Hey guys, welcome back. We are here with some more Dredge, but this time we're just playing red. Hey guys, welcome back here to some more Pauper videos. So this is literally will be the Friday just before Geddon. I hope everyone's excited for Geddon because I am hyped. Let's go, baby! But back to this, more importantly, this deck just won top 4 the challenge. I have cut 2 cards and added 2 more cards in, but that is for later. For the main deck, it is exactly the same. We are playing 2 Conduit Pylons. We are playing 14 Mountains. We have the 12 draw spells. If you want us to talk about this deck, we talk about it on Casting Commons as well, so I would highly recommend giving that a listen. Join the Discord as well if you want to talk about this deck too. But we are playing 4 Faithful Students, 4 Grab the Prize, 4 Cathartic Reunions. No Dragon. Brulmy, I think Cathartic Reunion just lets you bury your opponent with all these dredges and stuff. So, yeah, it's totally fine. No Burn Inquiries, which is absolutely great. 2 Neonates is the only thing I'm worried about, which I mentioned again. But I think the only thing you can cut is Temper. But I also don't like that. But anyways, effectively what this deck's trying to do is just play a sort of weirdly aggro game plan and then go Dredge, Lock the Giant, Dredge, Return, you're dead. And it's basically its game plan, right? So it has this, which costs on Earth 1, this costs on Earth 2. Hard to counter spells as well. Like, you can play it in an order where you sort of get, like, really awkward interaction points and such. So, yeah. I think this deck's pretty cool. Molten Giant does a lot of work. Molten Gatekeeper does a lot of... Molten Giant, look at that, I've been got Hearthstone on the brain. Molten Gatekeeper does a lot of work. Scrapwork does a lot of work too, obviously with the Dredge. You've got Grab the Prize Snacker as well. You have this weird conflict with Snacker, right? Where obviously you don't want to draw cards, you want to Dredge and stuff like that. But that's fine. You can get to the point where you're also really close and then just go, okay, I'll discard Dread Return Lotless Giant, draw 3 cards. I guess I bring back 3 Snackers and then I'll use them 3 Snackers to Dread Return Lotless Giant. Like, that exists. So I'm pretty excited to try this deck. It's just a aggro red-based deck. Moving on to sideboard here, which is the place that I really like. The main thing that the deck ran was 2 Bramble Worms, which I really hate that. Like, I really dislike. I've played 0 games with this deck, and I already tell you I hate Bramble Worm. The main thing is you just want to race, right? So having a Braid is... You could put Bolt in, but I think Braid does a pretty good job also. Dealing with the red creatures sort of quite nicely. Gutter Snipe, Keswick Flame Breather, Thermocast, Thermo Alchemist. But then also can hit Graveyard Hate as well, so that's pretty good. But we've got 4 Siege Smashes, the main thing for Graveyard Hate, because it's got Split Second. 4 Pyroblastos for the blue decks. 2 Electrickeries for the go wide strategies like Elves, and then 2 Fairy Macabre for other decks too. And that is basically it. I am excited to try this deck. Do not forget to join our Discord. Do not forget, if this is your first time here, do not forget to like and subscribe. Of course, great way to support me. We are on our way to 3k subscribers, so that'll be great to see. But mainly, thank you Daybreak for all the opportunities, and if you are interested in Pauper, I will be here Monday, Wednesdays and Fridays, and then potentially still keeping it up, non-Pauper stuff, or just other type of content on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I will see you guys for round number 1. Hey guys, welcome back here to round number 1. We are on the player. Do we lead on Faithless? Do we lead on Faithless? This is such a... Again, this is what I was talking about with the interest and dynamic, right? Between Stinky and Snacker. I feel like I want to go Faithless, discard 2 Stinkweediums, draw. And then grab the prize, Snacker, draw. And then start dredging from that point onwards. Because we want a 3rd land as well. That's also pretty important. But yeah, I think that's where we're going to go. Okay, so let's go. Let's go Faithless. Ooh, baby. So we discard a Snacker, Stinkweedium and a Snacker. And then let's pass the turn here. Land Grand, so we're against Spy. Yes. Oh, we're against like Wall Spy. It's pretty cool. Sure. So we need to fully race. Cancel. We want this. And is it something worth putting in the bin? It is. And then we're going to do this, discarding this. And we are not going to dredge, and we are not going to dredge. Bring back double Snacker. Snacker is backer. Then let's dredge. Scrapwork Mut, Molten, Dread Return. How hard could we go here? Let's put this into play. So let's attack for 4. That seems like a solid line of play. Then we can... Do we just play this out here? Or do we Faithless the Stinkies? We have a Dread Return. But we're drawing 2 here, which is kind of not what we want. We're on, what, 14? So they're a bit off winning, right? Because they're on 1 land. So I think I can take my time just a smidge with the Molten Gatekeeper and then pass. We can then follow that up as well with a Molten Gatekeeper, discard this, Dredge 5 sort of thing. Molten Gatekeeper, Scrapwork, Mill 5 sort of thing. Yes. Yeah, Forest. Okay. Into tapping this 2 mana for a wind away. Sure. Sure. Right. They are tapped out. So let's start off with this, and this seems like a solid line. Scrapwork mode is fine. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That puts them to 8. 8, 2. So we have a 2, 3, and a 2, 1. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. They take 1 off that, 2 off that. So are they dead? We don't actually need a mill, right? We don't need a mill to win this game. As in Dredge. So trigger off this. I guess the awkward thing is I played this over this. Is what makes this awkward, right? Yeah, that's actually what's cost us this turn. So we might not be able to win, but I think we should be able to. Because this is currently 10, but they're taking 2 down 11. So it's actually only 1 damage I need. So let's Dredge. And then trigger this. And then we attack here for 10. Yeah. They got a 1, and then basically we sack this, Dread Return of Voldaren Epicure. Because that's actually only 10. But we didn't need to do any of that, and we just Fiery Temper if I'd played the Mountain. I should have worked it out before I just played the Conjure Pylon. That's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. So we want Fairy Macabre. Fairy Macabre's a good answer to the Dread Return plan. And then probably a Braid's also fine. As a way of killing one of their duders. Maybe Neonate is the cut here. And a Cathartic Reunion. I can probably cut a Giant, right? No, probably a Dread Return. Oh yeah, that's okay. We have this just weird aggro plan that sort of works quite nicely. Let's go! We are so hyped for Pauper. Get in. Just for reference, I am not going, but I will definitely be watching like 99% of it. Because our boy Will Hall, what a baller, is on camera, of course. Great caster. Along with so many other great people. Adapto. Sap's there as well. Incredible. This is actually a bit risky, but keepable. Yeah, we can need 1 more land. You play a random duder. Sure. Land off the top here would be great. They are on. Let's have a look. They have Quirion, End, Valak, Invoke, and third. We drew the land. That's pretty good. So does that mean we follow with Faithless now? Huh. Probably not, right? It means we probably just Faithless next turn. They get to play this Forest out, then play Quirion and End. Quirion, End. They're pretty close. Draw. Oh, we drew the Fairy Macabre. Let's go. So we want to discard this and probably this. Kill the wall. So we're trying to look at stopping the... What the hell? Okay. Fair. Maybe I'm supposed to bring in Electrickery here. Faithless is a good one. We gotta kill one of these as well. Yeah, so let's start with a Faithless. We draw 2, trigger the Snacker. Snacker be backer. We discard this. And probably don't want to discard the Stinkweed Imp, right? Just discard the Lotless Giant. Because we want to start getting our mana. So we want this second, then this. And let's tap this for red. And we're going to kill... They've played this. They have Third Path, Valakut Invoker. They probably just want to kill this. I don't care about this life gain crap, actually. That was why I was like, just and ahhing. Like, what do I care about here? We can abrade this as well. we can upgrade whatever the hell they have. So I have 2 cards that we know of. Third Path and a Valakut Invoker. Okay, so they have 4 cards that we 3 cards that we know out of the 4. The 3 cards in hand and they're doing absolutely nothing. They attack for 1, sure. So Snacker, eh? I kind of still want to kind of commit that. They're not in a position to win with the wall side of things, and we have a Fairy Macabre for the other. So I'm just going to play Scrapwork, but pitch a Snacker here. Perfect. Kind of another land. Grab the prize. Absolutely staying on top. So we can grab the prize, Fiery Temper, kill the Essence Warden. 3 mana for a Axebane. Okay, we're killing that then. We're definitely killing that. So we get to go grab the prize, discard this. And this I've 180 my opinion on the Fiery Tempers. They're definitely too strong for any of this sort of stuff to be cut. Snacker comes back, they gain a life. We don't care about that. We play a land and we pass. Well, we attack and then pass. We're now at the point where we can actually just cast this Stinkweed if we wanted to. We have a lot left in the bin also. Would only that being the only creature. Trigger, sure. All I'm saying is this Abrade would have been a Brambleworm, and obviously I wouldn't have boarded it in, but it's definitely could come up in a lot of instances here. Epicure. Am I okay at Dredge now? I think so. Like, why wouldn't we Dredge? We'll probably start attacking with the, I don't really care about these. There's a Dread Return, and 3 creatures. You gain some life. Like, these are gonna start just straight up, eating in. Like, so it's not really, I know they're gaining, like, now, but, like this 2, they're not taking it, so this 2 life has been ate by this attacking. We have an Abrade for if they are to gain life. I would have liked the, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm going to discard this Stinkweed in the turn. And Dredge. I guess, yeah, I want to Dredge. Molten Gatekeeper, Dread Return, and another Dread Return. Sure. Mill. We have, 7 creatures? So we can go Molten Gatekeeper, Scrapwork Mutt, attack. 18, 4 in the air. They've gained 2, 4. Maybe I'm supposed to, I don't know, they're kind of doing nothing. And they're on 7 creatures. We're going to hit them for 2, 4. So they're going to gain 2, 4, 6 life. That'll put them at 24. We attack them for 2, 4. So say they take 4, it's 20. That dies. But they take, oh no, wait, they block. So these 3 die. They take an extra 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 from 24 is 14. 14, if that's the case. But they've also taken 1, 2, 3, so that's 11. There's 3 cards. So this is lethal depending on what they do. So I think that means we go for it. I'm just going to keep pressing OK, because I feel like I could respond to these in some way. I hear they gain 2 off this one, and then they actually don't gain 2 off this. The Scrapworky Boyo. Like, so this one's now a net. So they're still on 21. So they got a 23. But then they actually lose 2 anyways. So we Dredge. We hit another 2 creatures. 22, 21. Attack with all. Like, they're taking a lot of damage here. Let's see what they do. They kind of like all their creatures though, right? So they're going to not block. Oh, they do block. They block with that. 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. 10, 12, 13. They go to 8. We sack 3 creatures here. So we sacrifice 3 creatures. They got a 9. We got a 9, then 8, but then they gain 2. Go to 1. But we have double Dread Return. Does that change anything? Probably not, right? But sure, that puts us in a winning position next turn. And I think I'm okay with that. Yeah, I think that's fine. Cool. I'm okay with this. So we sacked 3 creatures. That goes to like these 3 that can obviously come back. We got 9 creatures in the bin. We then bring 1 out, so that's 8 creatures in the bin. So it's exactly lethal, but these 2 trigger first, so they got 10. I can discard this to exile something irrelevant. Yeah. Exile something irrelevant, but then they're on 1. So there's no point. So we just do this and hold. Like, they're just going to lose the game here. Yeah. Easy game 1. See you guys round number 2. Hey guys, welcome back here to round number 2. We are on the draw. I want to keep this one lander. I'm going to keep this one lander on the draw. I am so going to regret this. I know I am. Forest. No! My arch nemesis. It's... Oh my god, it is my arch nemesis. It is not like this. Don't do it. Don't do it. You'll hurt yourself. Don't make a big guy. Don't give your first strike. No. Okay, we'll take 3. Not the bogle. Oh, they hold. They hold, huh? I'm actually going to discard this and then draw a card. And then I'm going to pass the turn. And that reason is because this makes them think we're on Madness Burn, which might change a little bit. Obviously, I don't want them to know we're on Dredge, like Mono Red Dredge. But yeah, we'll ultimately see. I think the important thing is here, they now have Trample. Okay, that's pretty scary. And then I have another Bogle. Okay. Yes. We'll take 6. Do we draw land? We do not. So let's Faithless Luton. If we don't draw, we do draw a land. I know this sounds really bad because I think the game's over. I'm going to... What am I going to do? I'm going to discard Snacker and I'm going to discard Grab the Prize. This might sound like a really weird play, but ultimately the reason is I think this game's over. So I want to... They trade. That's fine. I want them to think I am Madness as much as possible, and all of these cards are played in Madness. Ledgewalker. Oh. This game's not as over as I thought it was going to be. We're on 8. Fiery Temper. You ever felt pointless? So if I block this here, I'm taking 5, 6, 7. So I would go to 1. I don't think I can deal 19 though. I can... discard this, and then Dredge potentially, and then potentially Dredge again. But that's not going to do anything this turn. I could then hope I don't die. Interesting enough, if I discarded Stink with him, I may be able to have won last game like this turn. Most likely not, but it's not out of question. I can't attack because I do die in the backswing. This is exactly lethal. I most likely die in the backswing as well. They have lands and creatures that whiff. Any enchantment kills me. I can play Scrapwork Mutt, discard a card. I Scrapwork Mutt, mill 5. That blocks this. That puts me on. It has to be an enchantment that buffs this. Or buffs something. Does that put me in a winning position? Probably not. Am I going to do it because it is a chance to win? There was an argument there I just concede, right? That was sort of half an argument. Scrapwork... Stinkweed him isn't awful here. Do they have an Armadillo Cloak? So I block that takes 7, 8, 9 ended. They not only did they draw the best one, they drew the... Well, not only did they draw a card, they drew the best one. So I just want 2 Electrickeries here. Probably cut Temper. I probably... Do I want 2 Abrades just in case? Probably 2 Siege Smashes just in case. Seems fine. Siege Smash and sort of surprise get in as well. Keep, I think. Seems fine. Do I lead on Faithless here? I most likely have something else to discard. Cool. Playing Abundant Growth, which is fine. Faithless. So let's flick this over. Put it in the bin. I'm going to put this, discarding this and this. Draw 3 cards. Okay. Not ideal, but not awful. We get to play a Molten Gatekeeper here. You get to put a Spirit Link on it. Another land is not ideal either. I'm going to play this out. Nothing really to discard with Cathartic Reunion is slightly annoying. This would have been a Fiery Tempo, which would have been something to discard. That is a mask. That is absolutely massive. I'm going to take 5 here, though. 5/5 lifelink. That's fine. Snacker, huh? So, I guess I go Cathartic. Discard this, discard this. So this gets plus 3 plus 2. So I'm actually going to do this. Bring back Snacker. I would have liked these to discard, but here we are. I get to play a land and I get to pass the turn. So I'm going to kind of hope that they don't have anything here. This might be a wrong thing to do, but it is what it is. White. Another Spirit Link. Cartouche. Cartouche is really annoying. We are likely dead. Another mask. Yeah, we are so dead. So it doesn't have trample, but so it doesn't have trample. So what we can do is this. Block declared. Cast. Destroy target artifact. Target this. So around 24. We have that. So what do we want to do here? So if I do that for 2, discarding that, we have a lot less giant and a thing in play. What do we want to do here? So we can grab the prize, dredge, and then try and dredge again. I think that's probably the best place to start. Dredge. We don't dredge again. We drew 1 card for turn. Them gaining 18 life here is terrible. We did get a Molten Instant Neonate, so we have a Molten Gatekeeper, an Instant Neonate. We have 7 creatures. 6 without that. They got 21. We have this, though, that can block and sack. So, do we go Faithless? They come back. Discard this. Discard this. They come back. This is all rather close. We go Neonate. We attack for 2. If they avoid a trample thing, we could win this game. We need them to not have trample. This is trample in it. Nope, it's a ledge walker. Okay. Cycle for a white source. Sure. Wow. And they swing for 18. So block. Okay. Discard a card. Discard this. Dredge. Whee! 7 creatures in the bin. We still don't have another Dread return. Let me think. So we are going to go... What are we going to do? 7 creatures in the bin. So we get to go Molten Gatekeeper. Swing for 10. Yeah, I think this is probably our best bet. Molten Gatekeeper. Trigger. Do we have a second Lotleth Giant? We don't right now. So they double block those. They take 6 out of 13. We can... So we need another Lotleth Giant, I think is what we need. So we Dread return this. Sack, and sack. Dread return these. You are taking 7, 8, 9. Oh, they're dead? They died? Oh my god, that is so good! Let's go! Oh my god, that was insane. Booyah! Easy. Wait, how did they die right? Oh, they took the 2 off the grab the prize. Aha. Oh, that was so good. I can't believe we managed to win that game. That was class. Right. So, we're on a 1-lander again. We have Neonate and stuff. I feel like we can do better than this. Oh, this is not better than this. So we can Neonate, sack this Dredge. Epicure, sack this. Do we got 5? We're on the draw. If we find another land, what does that do? Not a lot, right? Mulligan. Wow, this is so much work. What we keep this? Bottom this. We have Electricity, I guess. Also, there's no way of shuffling, which is a really awkward thing, right? So, we kind of want to put this... Where do we put the Dread return? Yeah, no, Lotleth. The awkward thing is, we're on the draw. So if they go Dork here, we need to find a land. That's not a land. Dog. We need a land here. They go Guy. Ledgewalker. Okay. Land. Pitches. Draw land. Yeah, we've lost. We've lost the game now. We needed to find a land in 2 cards. We're not going to 4, right? We found Electricity. It was our best card. They've now got Cartouche. Sure. Okay. So now we need a land here. My god, go away. Come on. I want to pass. We need them to hope to miss again. No other toughness increases. Fine with trample. Don't want fine with that as well, to be fair. This can't be blocked. Never mind. Never mind. Land? We're not winning this game, right? Not on one land. Oh, wait, why's it got featured? Oh my god! Yes. Oh dear. Yeah. And then you got 3 mana on this, and we're done. See you guys for the next one. Hey guys, welcome back into round number 3. Let's try and not have a one-lander. Let's go. Still nothing really discard with the Cathartic Reunion, but we've got a good starting point with the Grab the Prize. We've got Neonate on 1-2, which is pretty good. Let's go. Neonate. Oh, good. I want to yield my turn there. Oh, me neck. My bloody neck. Oh, we're against Jun Wildfire. Jun Wildfire. That was actually not the worst draw, right? We've got something to grab the prize. Even though I know we have Fiery Temper, but we didn't have the mana to do so with that. Well, here we now do. You're on 17. So here we get a Scrapwork Mutt, Fiery Temper if we need to. We can also hold up, Wildfire. Cleansing Wildfire on me land? Sure. Who'd have thought it? Get a black sauce. And away you go. What the hell is that? Come on. Have some pride in your basic lands, people. Brop. Something good. Snacker is something good. Sure. So let's do this. Discard this. Discard this. And then we'll pay the madness cost. Madness your face. Draw 3 cards. Whoa! Look at what's here. Booyah! Let's attack. And away we go. So, what am I going to do here? Land Writhing Chrysalis. Land Writhing Chrysalis. No land. Just another Wildfire. Yes. And you have another land. Okay. I wonder what's going to happen. What is their game plan here? No stinkies so far. Another land. Not ideal. But alas, we will start by attacking for 3. And then I'm going to play a Scrapwork Mutt, pitching the Lotleth Giant. So I can sack these 3, Dread return this for 3 damage. Right? And then Scrapwork Mutt pitch the land. I actually don't hate that and get back the Dread return. So sack this, sack, sack, and sack. Dread return for 3 here. Put you to 7. If you kill this in response, you take 4. So you can do that if you want. And then we will Scrapwork Mutt, pitch the land. Hopefully they don't have a Weather the Storm. Pitch the land, draw a card, bring back the Snacker. Ah, come on. Sure. Sure thing. So here we at least get some... Oh, you have a cast down? Sure. That's not the end of the world. I don't really care for that much. They're sort of in a weird position to have a Crackland Shaman as well. Where you get attack you for 2, put you to 5 just with the Snacker, unless you're going to play a Writhing Chrysalis here to stabilize. Or you're going to deadly... You look like you're going to Fanatical Offer in your Vault. Or play a Wellspringy effect. Yeah, Fanatical Offer in your Vault. And that gives you 4 mana here to try and stabilize with a Writhing Chrysalis? Is that where we're at? Really? Really? Sure. So, what can we do with that information? Faithless. Huh. So, do we just attack here for 4 here? We can Scrapwork Mutt, pitch the Snacker. No, I don't. Yeah, Scrapwork Mutt, pitch the Snacker. Actually seems pretty reasonable here. Scrapwork, pitch the Snacker. And then draw a card, see where we're at. Another Scrapwork Mutt. So they get to go block, block, block. But they get to block this. Yes. 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 Then they sack this one as well. Yes. Then they take 2. Well, it takes 2. And then we get to Faithless here. Snacker. Fiery Temper. I'm going to hit this. They basically played it a way that made me think that they don't really have another one. So we'll start to see what's going on. I think discarding the Snacker was fine as well. Just gives us more value if they do kill these. Getting the Snackers in play is pretty tough. Is pretty hard for them to deal with as well. They're on 7. We have a lot less giant in the bin, so we just need another one of the 2 Dread returns left in our deck. We can sort of just look at Scrapwork Muttons, sacking the 2, 4, 6. So currently, if they tap out, play a bunch of stuff and like it's alright, okay, I'm going to go 1 or something, or hold a Lembus or whatever in play. We can go Scrapwork Mutt, discard Scrapwork Mutt, and then unearth the Scrapwork Mutt. Yes. Interesting. I think see, I don't want to really go too ham on the Stinkweed Imp, right? Because I also kind of want to... I'm just going to attack. See what they do. Like, we're attacking for 6 here. Return this, gain 6, sure. Are you going to block this? Yes. Sure. This is fine. Fine by me. It's dead. I am going to Faithless Luton, bring this Snacker back, and hit a lot less giant. I'm going to discard this, discard this, bring back the Snacker. Do I follow this up with a Scrapwork Mutt, or do I follow it with a Faithless? I'm sort of feeling Faithless. Faithless, Dredge 5. Discard, discard. Play land for turn. They're on 9. We have 6 power in the air. 2 Stinkweed Imps. They got a Fanatical Offer in this. Or some sort of effect. To that. 2 Lotless Giants. I have no plays here. If they refurb us, we will lose a Scrapwork Mutt, which is not the end of the world. They only have 1 artifact in play though. So that makes refurbing quite difficult for them. They'll take 4 here if they just basically go Writhing Chrysalis. They could go Writhing Chrysalis, sack 2 spawns in the black. Sack 2 spawns and use the black mana to refurb. They could do that and then end up blocking 2 of them. Right, 1. It costs 3. They could sack 1 spawn. Twisted Landscaping. Munitions. They're just going to start throwing stuff at these. Sure. I'm sort of okay with that, I think. Let's do this. Let's dredge. I feel like I'm just going to go mad on dredging, right? Because we have that much stuff. Molten Gatekeeper. Let's start with Molten Gatekeeper. I feel like I'm going to try and kill them this turn. Scrapwork Mutt. Because all I really need is a dredge, right? Take 1. And I do this one from the graveyard because it can attack. Dredge return. That is the 3rd lot left giant. They're on 8. We can attack. Let's see how we do post attack. They can sack this thing, is this and some amount of creatures. I feel like we're gonna be reasonably okay. So they'll block this, take 4. They're gonna sack this. Pay 1, kill this, pay 1, kill this, do nothing. Block, sure. So you're probably gonna pay 1, sack this, kill this, pay 1, sack this, kill this. We are 20 cards left in our deck. And all we need is... All you need... Sack a spawn, sure. Kill one of the unblocked ones, makes sense. With the other one. Sure. So this is 3 creatures. So we could Dread return. If we are to find one. I'm assuming they're going to sack... Oh, they sacked a land to kill the other. Sure. That is okay. So we need to find a Dread return in the top 5. I feel like that's, what's that, 15? So they got 7 here. We discard the Stinkweed Imp. I feel like that's not far out the question. We didn't get it though. Now they just get to stabilize probably. If they have a spell bomb, we probably just lose. Crypt Incursion we would lose if they're playing Walker's List. There's another land. 4 cards in hand. I'm assuming they're not going to attack for 4. So I'll likely... What do I do? Draw a card? I think I have to draw a card, right? And then go... I have to draw a card... So say if they don't spellbomb here, I have to draw a card. And then just cast Faithless Luton. Bring back 4 Snackers. Is kind of my hope. And then hope that I find a Dread return. One of my 2 Dread returns. Basically, right. But I can go Gatekeeper, right? I can go Gatekeeper. I have 1 Gatekeeper, right? It's somewhere in the bin. Yeah. So I can Gatekeeper. Snacker. They take 4. I can attack 4/4. But I can also go... It's really weird, right? Because I want the snackers because we don't have enough stuff to sack. So I kind of want the snackers, so I have to draw. To draw 3 cards. Is this just a big Nick spawn? Sure. Most likely they should lose this game, right? They attack for 4. Wait, what? Sure. Hard yes. Hard yes. Cancel? Yeah, cancel. We drew a card. We play Molten Gatekeeper. We Faithless Luton. Wait. Now they're tapped out. Do I still draw? So I draw 2, got 12 cards. They take 4. Yeah, I feel like I just don't draw, yeah. I just do this. Oh, we found the Dread Return as well. Choose 2 cards to discard. This and this. You take 4. Boo, 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 boo. And you're on 1. So I don't even need a Dread Return. But I guess we might as well, yeah. But there we didn't even need a Dread Return as well. That was so funny. So we want Siege Smashes. Do we want a Braids? Probably not. Tempers are a bit awkward here. Tempers aren't great. Go Siege Smashing. Smash some Sieges! Boom, boom, boom. Not me. Smashing some Sieges. I think this is a keepable hand, right? It's interesting what we need to do, though, because obviously we've got Duress to grab the prize, huh? Sure. Not ideal, but something we can work around. Duress, though. Duress is an interesting one, because we're a very creature-heavy deck, right? I feel like I'm not supposed to discard this to draw a Dredge 5, but we have a lot of lands, so maybe we are. But we just get blown out by a spell bomb, right? Lembus. But again, are we too... I don't know. I feel like we have to find a Siege Smash before we commit to start dredging. And I'm not gonna not cast the Scrapwork Mutt. I just don't think I... Oh my god. I just don't think I pitched the Stinky. Wow. Classic. Classic. Yes. Yeah, we're gonna get him for 2. Faithless. Faithless? Siege Smash, Molten Giant. I think I want to hardcast this. So I'm going to pitch Giant, and I'm going to pitch Stinky. But then I'm going to play a land, and then I'm just going to attack. I again think I just draw. I feel like I really need to find a Spell Bomb. Refurb. Let's pitch a land. I want to keep both of these. I want to pitch a Faithless. I always find it weird when they always keep, like, refurbing, right? Surely this card is not good against us. Do we take a random card here? I think so. Well, look, we drew it anyways. Whap. Hi. Then we'll pass. I think. What's your last card? Well, what's your card you're going to play for the turn? They're on, what, 18? They're going to find a kill spell with this Molten Gatekeeper, obviously. They wildfire themselves, makes sense. They go to 4 lands on turn 5, so they've missed... This is the... They've missed 2 land drops right now. Do they find another one? Do they find a land so the volume is 1 land drop? 5 cards in hand. They do find another. They fly for 4. They're very aggressive. They surely must have a play here with the 2 mana then. That isn't a draw 2, because otherwise why would they do that? With a refurb maybe? No. Am I in this position where I want to dredge? Not really, but... Neonate, some lands, and such. Take 4! Our play here is going to be Dread Return. Grab the prize. Epicure. So we pitch these, right? We pitch this. Well, we play this, sorry. Playing this. Shoot you for 1, shoot you for 1. So you go to 13, 12... 4 creatures, so I think we Dread Return while we can. I think this is good because the other 2 cards that were sacking by the Epicure don't actually do a lot. They're on 6, so they lose half their life total here as well. That's pretty good. They cast down our guy. Sure. Come on, no Spell Bomb. That's all we want. Please, no Spell Bomb. Please. We could, depending on what they do, right? We could kill them. Yes. But then we could also lose very much easily right now, right? All I need is a spell bomb. They play a land. They have 3 cards in hand. Do we dredge? I think dredge guarantees the 2 damage. Snacker. So I can play Gatekeeper. Do I dredge twice? Gatekeeper? If that's the case, I just dredge twice, right? And then I can go Gatekeeper, nothing. Doesn't seem good. I've already think so if I grab the prize, I got a 4. Grab the prize, draw 2. Grab the prize, yeah, grab the prize. Seems fine, but then we draw 2, right? Because that puts them at 4. We're going to try and kill them without, obviously... We could draw... No, because draw 1 doesn't work. But if we mill 10, we can't get there. So we draw 2. Pylon. Let's mill that over. Surveilling. This isn't the end of the world. Stinkweed him is not something that we want. We are going to go Molten Gatekeeper. We are going to Scrapwork Mutt. Pitching this Scrapwork Mutt to draw a card. And this will be draw 3, but they take 1 here. So take 1 here. Pichum! I want to do this. And I want to draw, not dredge. We draw a land, not ideal. This one dude comes back. They take 2. We do not have, obviously, a dread return. But we are going to hit them for 4. And they're going to sack this, go to 1. And I've played a Conduit Palm for the turn. So let's see what they do. They can definitely just gain life here. Take 4, go to 1. Not the worst place to be in. If we had seen another sneaky snacker in the top 30 cards, which again is fairly likely, we would have won this game. Right there and then. Duress, take nothing. We got nothing. Nothing for you, boy. Spell bomb? No. Fanatical offering this. Oh no, Wildfire. Please. So we're just gonna... there's how many stingrays in? 1, 2, 3. So we still have 1. If they do find a spell bomb here. Refurb, sure. Can't do anything about that. I'm assuming they're gonna attack for... They're not really not... Oh, what? Come on! Screw you. 3, 6, 9, 12. Ay, ay, ay. Give me a break. Okay. Are you ready to die? I'm gonna kill you with this Faithless Loot and Stinkweed stuff. So... Huh. What do we start with first? We probably start with this first, right? Whee! Molten Gatekeeper, Molten Gatekeeper. I feel like we just go Scrapwork Mutt Mill 5, Scrapwork Mutt Mill 5. And we try and hit a Dread Return, because we have a lot left, right? We hit double Dread Return. And we have 12 creatures in the yard. So it's still 12. I am going to go for Scrapwork Mutt. Pitch this. Flip this over. 10 cards left in our deck. We're hitting 14 creatures. Dread Return, Lotleth. Exacxes. Get out of here, John Wildfire. Booyah! 2-1, baby. See you guys for round number 4. Hey guys, welcome back to round number 4. We are on the draw. We have a solid hand here. I'm having a blast. This deck's fun. We are against Terror, High Tide, Fairies, who knows? I'm going to assume that does not help me. That still does not help me. Terror or High Tide, right? The fact that they pass still doesn't help me. Stinky boy. I am going to attack. It could, it can't be Fairies, they don't have Lorien revealed. Just so we're not getting played by a humbling elder. Sure. Thought Scout, so we're against Terror. Sure. Delverino. This makes my draw spells really awkward, right? But we'll see. We need to get into a position where we're basically going unearth, 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 something snacker, bring some back, and then double Dread Return. That's kind of where we'll get to a position to be. But on the plus side, this means we can just go hard. We've got 4 lands now, right? So go hard on dredging. You're going to deem in theory am I Voldad and Epicure? No. So do I keep this? Probably not, right? I don't keep this around for an instant speed Fiery Temper. Just let me dredge. Lotleth, Epicure, Scrapwork, Snacker, sure. So we draw. We are going to... do I start with a... Do I start with a Faithless? That gets counterspelled. And it can't get spell pierced. Like, we get quite a bit of eye off this snacker, right? They let it resolve. So we discard this, and we discard this. I don't really want to play this Cathartic Reunion to just get discarded. And I'd rather just Dredge. 17 they're on. They do nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they can play a 1-mana dude. Are they going to? They're on turn 4. So they can play another land. They do play another land. So they have a 1-mana dude. Plus they have 2 mana for a council. Huh. That is rather interesting. Dredging. We hit Scrapwork Mutt, Faithless. Let's attack for 2. I don't even know what the best bet is here. So I'm gonna Cathartic Reunion and pitch this and this. If they have a counterspell for it, they have a. I've already I dredged. So I can draw 3 to bring back this snacker. They counterspell. Okay. Then we'll pass the turn. I'll take the first 5 as well. Yep. Let's see if they follow it up with another dude. They have a land. They pass. They dredge. Dredging. Molten Gatekeeper, Scrapwork. Well, I know what I'm doing. Well, counter this bad boy. Da 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 da. Pa 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 pa. Da 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 da. Pa pa. I'm gonna attack you for lots. And lots. And lots. Do do do. Boop boo doo boo doo doo. They take 2 here. Trigger. Trigger. I'm just gonna discard this, I think. Let's discard it. And I probably want them to draw a card. I want to draw a card, right? Because this is the kind of stuff that I want. Burn your face. Piyaum! Can't spell? Spell pierce or dispel? Sure. Take 2, 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. You got 3. We do not have a Dread return, so they're all gone. Deem in fear. Sleep of the Dead? Sure. You're gonna flash back the Sleep of the Dead? Be funny. Yep. You got 2 mana for a counterspell up. Okay. So we can mill, try and find something else. I don't hate that. Faithless, Snacker. That's the only awkward thing, right? So I guess we see if this resolves first. I'm assuming they have another counterspell. If we have a spell pierce, it's... okay. I'll pay 2 if they have another. A dredge so they don't come back, which is slightly annoying. So then do a dredge here. Go find a land. Go find an Epicure. I could find a Molten Gatekeeper actually by dredging. I found a Dread return. Wait, what? Why didn't I thought I had multiple... Oh no, I didn't. I didn't. They're on 1. I have Scrapwork Mutt here. So I've got 1 card in hand. So they can't really attack because they die to this Scrapwork Mutt. And they have to they want this second from top. Sure. And then sleep. But that leaves them tapped out. Sure. They're dead. Thanks for playing. Why, thank you for playing. Ooh, a Conjure Pylon. Let's mill over that snacker. Put into the graveyard. We have a Dread return, right? And a Lotleth. I guess I just don't show them any of the cards and just go Faithless. Bring back 1, 2, 3 snackers. Yeah. I had one with the graveyard, which is pretty nice. Nicely done. Nicely done. So we want the 4 Pyroblasts here. They don't tend to run. I don't want this. They don't tend to run graveyard hit. Yes. We're not too fussed by Delver, right? Because Snacker does a lot of the heavy lifting against Delver. It's not too fussed. What is it with these one-landers? What is it against these one-landers? If we could guarantee a land in the top card, it has to be top 2, really. Let me just mulligan this, though. Yeah. Yeah, I think this hand's much. What do we bottom? What do we bottom here? We kind of want these, but not really at the same time. We probably want Red return. Yeah. We have no way of shuffling, which is slightly annoying, but is what it is. Ah, where? Nope. I'm not going to cast anything here. Maybe I should have. Doesn't get anything but worse, right? But I also could draw a Pyroblast, which in theory makes it better. And Neonate. Neonate. Faithless. Coolio. So I'm not going to F6 because of obviously the way Neonate can work. But I'm not going to pitch this for a lot of giant just yet either. Grab the prize. Card's pretty cracked. But it's probably getting countered. Is the problem with this. I don't want to mill 5 either because I want to keep drawing cards. So I'm going to do this on the lot. If it resolves, great. If it doesn't matter. Can't do anything about it. I've got to work my way through all these Hydroblasts and stuff. There's 2 in the top 10 cards. Just casually. And I think this is worth missing a land drop over to have the Neonate. 4, 5. Declines to shuffle. Yes. They definitely have another Hydroblast here. I'm gonna scrap work mode here. I am going to. What am I going to do here? I think I discard this but don't draw. Nice. I want to land, so worked out quite nicely. We are going to. What are we gonna do here? With a 3rd land that can sort of function, right? So I attack for 1. Eke out all that damage. Eke out all of that damage. Do I block with this? I think I do. Blocking. Blocking indeed. Lorien. Huh. That's crazy. Let's Dredge. Scrapwork mode. Scrapwork mode. And we don't have a Dread return. So Pyroblast there too. But let's discard this. Dredge. Cathartic, there's a Dread return. Not that that matters just yet. Right? We can attack for 3, put you to 15. Sack that mill 5. Can't do anything with that. It's okay. Sort of working something out. The fact that we couldn't kill them, and obviously that we take that time off is slightly annoying, but they managed to take that time off to draw 3 is what's slightly annoying. Ponderino. 4 creatures in the bin. Now they just never have to tap out. Is the annoying part about all of this. I think that's a problem when you don't get a lot of lands. Like, you only run 16 lands anyways, but your dredges are just mid. Terra, sure. Land. So there are 4 cards, 4 mana. Sure. Am I supposed to dredge or am I supposed to draw? With 2 Pyroblast down. If I dredge, there's a chance I hit something decent. What does decent look like though? I guess I'm supposed to do this. We mill the 3rd Pyroblast. I think I'm supposed to Faithless here. Put these back in the bin. They counter this with a hard counter. Like, it's at the end of the world, right? Sure. I'd rather them counter this than something sort of irrelevant. But we're also at the point where we're getting further and further away from being able to have 3 creatures. Because snackers aren't here and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. We milled over the Pyroblast and didn't draw them. We took our opportunity to start milling and we're now sort of half committed. Which is pretty bad. Yeah, I think I have to block here. Discard this and Dredge. Double snacker. Another Terror. 3 cards, 2 cards. I think I'm supposed to grab the prize, the Molten Gatekeeper. I'm assuming this is getting countered. Yep. Okay. We go back to the drawing board. Right, come on. We have a Pyroblast in our hand. We have a Snacker. We can keep this hand. We are on the play. We are on the play. Pyroblast in our hand is pretty reasonable. We'd like another land, so let's conjure Pylon. We keep a land. We bin everything else. Pass it down. Do we hold up Scrapwork Mode here? As in next turn? Or do we just Scrapwork Mode, discard Snacker, draw a card? Delver. Land. Land's pretty sweet. So I think what we do is we Scrapwork Mode here. We discard Snacker, draw a card. Stinky. Stinky winky. Dipsy. La la. Po. It didn't flip. Also another relevant note. I will attack and block. You attack, I block. Nope, okay. Insolent Neonate. Let's attack. Attack! You're blocking? 5 cards in hand. Neonate. Do your flippy shenanigans. Thought Scour, Thought Scour, Thought Scour. Blue Mental Blast, Counterspell. All good cards to mill over. That is an odd play pattern there. You definitely don't do it that way, right? You definitely do the other way around. I guess you can obviously trigger it with Mental Note, like Brainstorm and that. You get to do certain stuff there. I probably maybe should have Pyroblasted that there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thought Scour. 5, 6, 7. Are they just going to play a Terror? Let's hope they don't have another land. It's going to be pretty annoying. Lauren, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. Do we draw? We can draw 2 cards potentially here. Draw. So we're attacking for 3. Alright, that's the important part here. Are we going to Stinkweed Imp something? Not Stinkweed Imp, Neonate Milling Stinkweed Imp. Dredge 5. We could draw something, right? So we could what could we sack also? We could also just sack this, hit Molten Giant, draw a card, hit a Cathartic Reunion, grab the prize. Let's try that. Hit quite a lot of good cards. We definitely don't hit that as a good card. That is for certain. We can't play Stinkweed Imp out to beat this Delver right now. Pretty annoying the way this sort of game's played out. All round, just annoying. They shuffle their library. That's a good sign for us, I guess. They attack for 3. I just want a 2-mana draw spell, right? It's kind of what I want right now. It's definitely getting Hydroblasted this, right? They've had enough time to sculpt their hand to have this. But they are looking like they're tapping out. Yep. Epicure, huh? So we get to go... I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. So we can go Epicure, put them at 14. Discard Snacker, draw. That's 2 cards drawn for the turn. We now don't have a backup card. But we can go Epicure. You got 14. We do this. Dredge 5. We hit a Molten Giant and a bunch of Tat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We hit a Pyroblast, 2 lands, a Sneaky Snacker, and a Molten Giant. Are you for real? What the hell was that? We can't attack now. I'd like this in the bin. And I'd like another land. But we are where we are. We are where we are. Lorien revealed. Play a land. You have 4 cards in hand. You're swinging. We're blocking. You gonna play another guy? You don't play another guy. Interesting. Grab the prize. Don't want to Dredge. Don't want the Snackers back. I feel like it doesn't matter because none of them are going to happen, right? But I guess technically the correct choice is Snackers in case it resolves. The problem is I can't draw another card and I'm always a card away from without the grab the prize, right? So I guess I technically am supposed to play Gatekeeper. Unearth the Gatekeeper. Swing for 3. And then I do this on the Snacker and then it gets counted. And we're able to do it with a Spell Pierce as well. That is absolutely disgusting. Frig's sake, man. Like, we're not far away from killing them. But we're just that little bit too far. Brainstorm, Jesus Christ. They've got it all. They've got it all. 8. Now 3. And this is kind of why we needed the thing back. There were 3 cards in hand, 5 mana untapped. I can't imagine a world we win this game. I mean, sure. Let's try this. Discard this. Dredge. Will the Dredge return? A Lotless Giant. Oh. The mana issues is causing us problems, right? So let's attack. See what they do. We're going to keep this back because we're going to block here. And then we're going to try and Pyroblast this Insectile Aberration. Is that the best line? Or do we just go for lethal? Right, because we have 8 creatures. 8 creatures. Still 8, so it's not even lethal. So let's pass the turn. No creatures in play by the end of our turn. So we're going to block here and then Pyroblast this. Do we Pyroblast this now? Technically, yes, but then they could not do anything because... So they could draw a card here. Yes, they're going to swing. They're going to swing with this. And we go a block. And... I guess it's sort of irrelevant, right? Because they are both counterable. So it's like, why are we playing on this? Yeah. It's slightly annoying. And that's the problem. When you start dredging, you just like mana issues. That's why red dredge suffers a lot. Is because its dredging capabilities all comes from Stinkweed Imp. And it's all to do with, like, you need mana. And you can't get mana while you're dredging. Like, it's not like normal dredge where, like, all the town greys and the satyrs all get your lands. So you're, like, hitting your land drops. So, like, against blue decks, it just folds because of that. It's pretty awkward. Oh, well. See you guys for the 5th and final round. Hey, guys. Welcome to the 5th and final round here. We are on the draw. And we can't keep this no-lander. This hand is a little better. Probably keepable. We just bottom the Dread return, right? And no players. Healed all. Island go. Epicure is a great draw here. Sets up quite nicely for our turn 2 play of Faithless Plus. Ninja. Turn 2 player Ninja. Do we just Fiery Temper this? I feel like we might as well. We pitch this. How bad must their hand be if they've had to do that? Pretty crazy. I think I'm on the Dredge plan now. They're tapping out for an Alpha man. Wow, their hand must be terrible. What did they mulligan to? They only mulligan to 6. I think I'm going to go for the Dredge plan. Molten Gatekeeper there. Sneaky Snacker. I think I'm on the full Dredge plan. Pop, Dredge, and we drew the last card, huh? But we have double Molten there. Do we have a Lotleth there too? Okay, so we attack for 1, and then we'll pitch Stinkweed Imp here end of turn from the Blood token, which seems like a solid place to be. We already have a Lotleth in the bin, right? So we don't really care. Dredge here, then draw. Even if we hit another Stinkweed Imp, I think I want to draw. We hit Fiery Temper. No Scrapwork Mutts, but we have got 3 Snackers. I'm going to play this land. I am going to attack for 1. And I'm going to cast Faithless Looting here. No, they're going to do Brine Barrow. I am going to hard cast this. See what happens. You got a snap. So you're going to snap it and then cast it again? Sure. And that's fine. It's not the end of the world. We try to force interaction off them. Is where I want it to be. And then get a free block. That's fine. We have how many gatekeepers? Just the 2? 2 gatekeepers. Okay, that could be a problem. We have no Scrapwork Mutts either. They're paying 3 for that. Oh, they found a second hand. Okay. They attack for 1. Do the ninja. They don't ninja. 4 cards in hand. Neonate. Neonate's a great draw because it baits Spell Stutter. They don't Spell Stutter. I am going to cast Faithless Looting. See what they do. They'll probably Spell Stutter. They have a hard counter. Sure. See what they do. 3 cards in hand. I kind of just want them to use mana up here. I don't really want them to... They're attacking? No attacks. Interesting on the no attacks. Draw. We draw a Scrapwork Mutt. I feel like I hold off on this Scrapwork Mutt here. I think. I can draw. Actually, to be fair, I drew, right? So I can discard, draw, then discard, draw. Yeah, we bring back the Snackers this way. I can discard the Stinkweed Imp and still draw. I'll probably discard a Lotleth Giant if that's the case, actually. Actually works out quite nice. And we'll attack for 1 here because we get a free attack unless they flash them in, but then obviously we just still activate it. Sure. Yep. Discard. Draw. Whee! How many Dredge returns? We have 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have 2 cards in hand here. So I play this Snacker. This Scrapwork Mutt. I mill 5 here. Molten. 1, 2. I have 2 Dread returns. What is the chances that the 2 cards are counter spells? Like actual counter spells or spell pierce? Let's find out. Whee! Oh. Do we think they're gonna have another? No. Okay. I was gonna say if they didn't count the first one, the second one's definitely resolving. So we're in fairies, huh? Fairies. So I think we want the electricaries. Fairies. And what do I want to do? I probably want to bring these in. These 6. I think I might want to braid 2. But I'm not 100% certain on that. I think the main thing is temper goes. I think the reason why I want a braid and not temper, I guess temper works with the plan, right? That's the main thing. Are we just on the aggro plan? A braid's good if they're bringing in relics. They don't necessarily have relics, but 8 cards seems like a lot. Should we try 6? We're a game in hand, right? So we can definitely just not bring these in and see if we get relic boarded in against us. I don't mind cutting 1 of each. And then do I just cut 4 tempers at that point then? I could actually... How worthwhile is it cutting Stinkweed Imp? And we basically just go this like value engine with snackers. And then we just have these in our deck. Like, we can definitely just cut these. Like, I'm not even like super against that either. Like, look, like all of this just becomes value engine. Joe, I'm gonna give this a go. This might be a bit crazy. Just call me crazy, bruh. Like, I just feel like you're never getting... you're never casting... Dread Return, really. Like, it's very rare. Like, that was a really weird game. So, like, why not just start casting stuff for value here? Oh, my phone is on loud. Let's turn that off loud. This seems keepable. Fairycia. Fiery Temperino. Sure. I could maybe board it in a braid here now, but I think... Okay. They got a ninja. 2-mana ninja here. They don't 2-mana ninja. Oh, they do 1-mana ninja. Do we top electricary? Neonate, huh? Sure. Let's cast Neonate, see what they do. They could... They don't do anything. That is interesting. They might hydro this end of turn. Be interesting if they hydro this here. To clear the way for this. Because then I get a fiery temperate. Oh. That works. I still think I take my opportunity now, right? Because I want to just kill this ninja. I want them to commit mana. That works. Sure. 2-mana ninja. Another 1-mana ninja. Okay. Okay. Fairy Seer. And you've got a Brine Barrow, 4 unknowns. Got it. I feel like this isn't resolving. This grab the prize. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scrapwork more. Threatens this. I still get a discard the snacker. There's a Dread Return. I am going to Faithless because they still have to counter this for the snacker. If they have a Hydro. Yep. And then I got the Faithless Hydro, not the Grab the Prize, which Grab the Prize obviously is infinitely better. We are still blocking this. You have a Brine Barrow, that's fine. Commit it. You don't draw a card. Of 1 mine, so they're back to 4 cards. Slightly annoying. So we're going to grab the prize, pitch this. Hopefully they don't have double Hydro. They have Spellstutter. Okay. And I have to pitch the Molten, which is slightly annoying. But I do get a draw 2 and you take 2. Lotleth is not a good draw. Lotleth is not a good draw here. The idea is, though, we have Pyroblasts and Electricaries, right, to sort of play this fair game and play it pretty well. But we're just not drawing any of those cards. 3 creatures in the yard. We're on 9. Scrapwork mode. Huh. So I get to go Molten. So I can go Molten here. Scrapwork, pitch, Scrapwork. Do they have... They could have a counter spell as well. Yes, I get to go Molten. Molten, Scrapwork, play land, discard the Scrapwork, unearth the Scrapwork, discard the Lotleth Giant, attack for 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10 they've taken, and then Lotleth Giant for, what, 1, 2? And the only spell that can interact with is the Dread Return. So if they have a counter spell, that would put them to 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. That put them to 8, 7. Interestingly enough, though, we wouldn't have seen a Stinkweed Imp regardless in this game, right? Because every single card, none of them are sideboard cards. We haven't seen a single sideboard card, so I wouldn't even have thought the Stinkweed Imp would have mattered here. Even though it feels like it... I don't know if it would have, actually, but... 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. We would then need double ninja. And an answer to this. I think I'm going to go for this. So play Molten. I guess the interaction point could be Hydroblast this as well. Don't know how worth that is for them, but... yeah. Go on, try and counter it. So they let this go. Let me scrapwork them up. So they might hit this. I don't think they will, but they might. Are they going to try and spell stutter this? They were definitely going to try and spell stutter this. Discard. We drew a Fiery Temper. Super interesting. Here's another one. Then we'll discard this and draw. And I'll land. Land is not great. But we've just produced 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 points of uncounterable damage. Which is pretty interesting. You're going to spell Stutter Sprite to block? You're going to Brine Barrow to block. Yes. Double Brine Barrow. Okay. Okay. So they get to not block any of these. They get to eat. But they don't get to eat them. They're eating them anyway. Which actually is... double Brine Barrow is actually pretty bad, right? I didn't really think about that. It means we can't Dread Return. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we now die to a ninja. Double Brine Barrow was literally their out. Are they of one mind? Yes. And they still have a spell Stutter Sprite in. And it doesn't really matter. If they've got a ninja, we die anyways. Ninja? Ninja for game? Cool. Obviously I don't know how much... I didn't see any sideboard cards, so it doesn't matter. Like, it's not like a thing. Maybe I'm supposed to just grab the prize or something. I'm just reassessing this, right? The Fiery Temper was fine. But we've got Pyroblast that sort of does the same. So I'm supposed to just cut them. And then what? Do I cut 2 Neonates? No, Neonate seems good. Cathartic, maybe? Cathartic and a Dread Return? Because I would like to see... No, I would like to see... I should have cut a Giant. I'd rather see multiple Dread Returns than... Oh my god. Well, I found my sideboard cards. At least. At least I found some more sideboard cards too. Cool. We have a nice combo going on. We've got the Epicure at the start. We bottom the Lotleth. Pretty free. And then if they tap out for a Fairy on 1, which is highly likely, we can grab the prize Snacker. Unless they're going to play Brine Barrow. Sweet. I'll attack for 1 here. I'll block. Sag. Grab the prize Snacker is so good. You're on 16 already. Like, sure, you get a ninja here, but, like, who cares? 2 mana ninja as well would be better for us. Means we're just free to do whatever the hell we want. If the 2 mana ninja, I'll probably just play Gatekeeper as well. If the 1 mana ninja play Fairy Seed, the same applies. Yep. 1 mana ninja, sure. Is it 1 mana ninja replayer? No replayer. Sure. So I'm going to play this land. I'm going to fly for 2. Like, I'm not going to attack into an open Brine Barrow here, which they're probably, like, sort of... I don't know what the word is. I'll play this. If they want to Hydro this, that's fine. I'm still going to pay 1 mana to unearth it next turn. Well, not necessarily next turn, but you kind of get the drift. Hydro, sure. Like, this staying in play is pretty good, so it's not the worst to get down. Fairies here. Strix. Strix, tap it down, sure. Sure thing. Ninja swap then? Look at me, swap my ninjas. So they have a ninja and a Fairy Seer. You gonna tap out? No. No tapping outs. No tapping outs. So I'm gonna play a land, and I'm gonna play a Mountain Gatekeeper. And then I'm gonna pass. You got another Hydro? You do. I would rather have not had to Hydro this being resolving, but I think I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna pass, because I don't want this to die just yet. Have 1 mine's pretty minging. Block here, block here. Unless I've got a Hydro for this, or a Tapper. There's the Fairy Seer. So they've got 1 Moonsucker Hacker. They attack with that. So for the trade. Lotlif is probably the worst draw we could probably have. I'm going to do this anyways. Cathartic is not, but we can't cast it, so it's pretty bad. We are going to pass. They play another of one mind, sure. They attacking, at least with the fairy, I would assume. Attack with the fairy, and I've got open mana though, so I don't know if that changes their decision. Like, I don't know what they're playing around. They have 6 cards in hand, and 1 is a Moonsaker hacker. They don't flicker. They must have 2 interaction spells, right? Or they just want to progress. Huh. It's so annoying that I know this Cathartic reunion is just going to get countered. Does double Molten Gatekeeper change anything? No. Not really. Hold on then. Hydro me spell. Oh, it's so annoying. So annoying. I probably should have just played Molten Gatekeeper, right? So I play Molten Gatekeeper here. I play Molten Gatekeeper here. I do 2, 3, 2. I do 1. Then I do 2, so it's 3. 2, 4, 6, 7. No Dredge return. Oh man, this is so bad. And I have a Moon Circuit and 3 unknowns. Hydro this. Wow, it's so bad. They've seen 3 sideboard cards, which is probably likely, right? They run like probably 6 or 7. Because the red matchup's horrendous. The block here. Which again is really annoying because I want a creature and play for my Dread returns. They've got a Brine Barrow as well for the extra ruboons. No, it shouldn't ninja. Ninja the spell still makes sense. And the Brine Barrow? Oh, they just shouldn't ninja. Jesus. They traded a ninja, committed 3 mana, and now have 2 more ninjas. Jeez! I now have some. They can only counter a 2-drop though. Oh my god. 2, 4, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12? Is that? Well, my Neonate gets countered. No. I need them to tap low. And I don't know what else we need. We're just gonna die. We're all gonna die out here. We're all just gonna die out here. We will take 5, go to 5. Trickery would save me. No sideboard cards really. We've seen what, 1 Pyro, 5 cards. 1 is a spell stutter. They've definitely got 2 pieces of interaction here, right? So Electrickery probably doesn't even save me, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because we have got nothing. They don't need to counter this. Like, I don't actually know. Like, there's unless they have definitely 2 pieces of interaction here, there's no need to counter this. Because I block here and I still take lethal. Whap, whap, whap. So, I do like this deck, and I like the explosiveness of it, obviously. I do think just normal Dredge is just better, right? It's just... I could also see a different version of this not running... What am I trying to say? Not... Basically, I could see another version of this running... Molten Gatekeeper and stuff, but focusing more on the red side, like red-green Dredge, potentially. Because I think the biggest problem is its mana, right? Like, it has this awkward, like, it's not just its mana, it's like this awkward, weird balance you've got to play on this, like, really fine line, because you've got to draw cards to trigger Snacker, you've got a Dredge to go hard, but you've still got to hit your land drops, and all 3 of those things conflict each other. Wherein, like, obviously, normal Dredge, you Dredge with your land getters, they get you the lands. You don't have Snacker, so you don't need to draw. The only reason you're drawing cards is if you want to play around hit. But then the drawing cards is not a net negative because you've got all your lands, so you can just cast bombs. And, like, that's how normal Dredge works, where this, obviously, it has those 3 things, but they're all conflicting each other in, like, a really weird way. Like, I love how explosive it is, right? Like, our opponents there were like, okay, if you were not a blue deck, you're on 14, I could probably kill you with no creatures in play. With no real, like, the only interaction point you have is Dread Return and stuff like that. Like, that side of things is absolutely fantastic. But I feel like blue is too much everywhere at the moment, that this is just not really serviceable. Is my ultimate thought. I do like the deck though. Like, obviously Red Dredge is always cool. It's always a bit different to play, but every time I play it, I remind myself of this deck is sweet, but it's conflicting too much. I also do love casting Snacker. It's probably my most favourite card out of Modern Horizons 3, to be honest, compared to the rest. It's a pretty sweet one. Anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you again. If this is your first time here and checking out the Pauper content, I play Pauper Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And at the moment, I am trying to keep up on doing non-Pauper video or just or other content on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So please check them all out, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.